Hi there, sweetheart.
You've been shopping, and look at everything you've got. Can I help you with that?
If you told me 15 years ago that it would be like this, I'd have said you were crazy.
What do you mean, like this?
Well, you're standing there with that Wolf River apple in your hands. I've got my basket of groceries, and we can both look out this window and see where most of it came from.
This apple came from Smith's farm over there. What's the big deal?
It may not seem like a big deal to you, but it is to our community. When you look at everything that's happened, it's amazing at how far we've come. We actually did it.
Did what?
We built a resilient and sustainable local food system. We talked about it for years and we're finally there. That Wolf River apple is a heritage apple. It's cold hardy and disease resistant.
It's one of my favorites. It's so big, you can make a whole pie with just one.
I was just down at the market and picked up honey from the bees that pollinate the apple trees. See this strawberry jam and applesauce? They were made in the community kitchen. Here, smell this fresh multigrain bread. It came from Levin's Bakery.
Yum.
They are part of a co-op that grows and mills the grains right here. Did you know people in our community make salsa and processed vegetables just down the street? You play with Matthew, right?
Yeah.
Well, his parents own the grocery store and they sell local meat, cheese, and eggs. It is a food hub for the community. And what's not from right here comes from nearby counties through a smart distribution system, like grapes and peach wine. Lucky they have the climate for it.
So what? That's the way it's always been, isn't it?
Actually, no. I remember when we used to spend billions of dollars bringing food in from other countries, with most of the money leaving the local economy. Some of it traveled thousands of kilometers to get here. Do you believe it? We used to import more apples than we exported?
Billions of dollars. That's a big number. Why would they do that?
Good question. I guess it seemed like a good idea at the time, but it didn't work very well. The food miles put a huge strain on the environment, and the cheap, tasteless, low-quality food drove a lot of farmers and processors out of business. The Smiths almost quit. They were ready to sell their farm for a subdivision.
You're kidding. Cut down the apple trees? That's horrible. I love those trees. I love the smell of the blossoms in the spring. So what made them change their minds and not sell the farm?
A bunch of things. People realized there had to be a better way, so they started working together. Farmers, including Mr. Smith, government officials, processors, grocery store managers, and everyone else who was willing to help. Thousands of people from all over the region were involved. It sounds complicated, but it really was pretty simple. We figured out how to replace the imports and build a sustainable and desirable food system. People got really excited. Now, almost everything we eat comes from this area and tastes better. The food system is very efficient and better for the environment. We have improved storage and processing. It doesn't cost any more, and look at the thousands of new jobs. Everybody's making a better living and enjoying life. We even closed the food banks.
Boy, that was a big change.
Yeah, I really wouldn't have believed we could do it, but we did. There's one thing that hasn't changed, though.
What's that?
You love apples as much as your dad did when he was your age.
The Sustainable Food Story was inspired by the knowledge that together we can plan and implement thriving sustainable food systems. The project is currently underway in southwestern Ontario, and our guess is that you watched this video because you have a stake in the food system. Please join us on this journey. We owe this future to our children and future generations.